runway 33, taxi via Echo Kilo, cross runway 7 right and 7 left, remain this frequency.
I am Johnny with the camera.
Charlie's now current, the altimeter's 29er.
Lights, camera, action.
Oh, you're over there, sorry. 300. 300? Watch this guy's tall video in.
In this episode, Johnny with the camera will go to a boat show in Chicago. We will then show you some boats. And finally, we will talk to some boat owners who will inspire you to want one. How are you and what is your name?
Hi, I'm Alex Birkenbill. We're at the Chicago Boat Show at McCormick Place.
I see a boat behind you. What kind is it?
This is a Crestliner 1850 Sportfish with a Mercury 150 horsepower engine on it. It's a pretty good motor. It's a 4-stroke motor. It'll push this boat along just fine at an 18-foot boat. It'll pull it right out of the water. It's got a good hole shot with a stainless prop. This is a 4-stroke motor, so there is no oil mix or anything like that. It's very quiet. It's so quiet you might actually forget it's running when you walk away from it. The exhaust is gone out underwater, so you don't have the blue smoke like an old 2-stroke. So if we take a look at it here, it's just your typical 4-stroke motor.
What about those gauges? Tell me about them.
You got your standard 4 gauges on this one. So you got your trim gauge right here, which says where your motor is, up or down, so you don't have to look back. Your basic speed gauge right here, RPM gauge and fuel gauge. You have your master power switch right here, your navigation lights, your bilge, your recirculating live well, your courtesy lights, and a horn.
What about that steering wheel? Does it move?
Yes, you have your tilt steering wheel right here to adjust. Right here you have a glove compartment to store anything that needs to be locked up.
And what about the seats?
Being that this is a fishing ski, it's a multi-purpose boat. So all you do is flip this right here down and flip this here, and you have your casting deck to fish on.
In the back, you have some seats. Can you tell me about them?
In the back we have the conversion bench seat, which you can flip down for more casting space and flip up when you're running to seat 2 people.
This is a great fish and sea boat. Look at the gauges, control, and seats. I hope you want one, because I do. We'll have to go to a break, but we will be back. We're back. With me now in front of the camera.
Hi, my name is Pavel Mooney Yarbrough. We at the McCormick Place, the boat show.
Do you have a boat? If you do, tell me about it.
Well, I have a wonderful boat. It's pretty vintage, 1977 classic. It sits up top, 8 to 10 people. Inside the cabin, it sleeps 3 to 4, possibly maybe one more if I set the up top. It has a bathroom. I came to the McCormick Place to get some ideas about upgrading some of the features. Some of the newer boats, they offer so much. And also I was interested in maybe like the tow package. It's just a wonderful place to be. And I came specifically to be able to see the boats. It has a sink, has a microwave, it has a stove. It's pretty roomy. It's a real neat place to have. Well, I like the way the new boats are. I'm thinking of maybe upgrading. I was trying to get in contact with some of the vendors so maybe I could have new upholstery and new seats put in. That was one of the reasons why I came down here. The show is awesome. There's just too many boats. Oh my gosh, they're phenomenal.
What do you suggest for a new boat owner?
Well, I think I would actually suggest that you pretty much start at a minimum 24-footer. Now, there are a variety of boats. There's a platoon. A lot of people use those for vacationing, maybe for fishing. A cabin boat is mostly for people who wants to be on the water. So if you want to maybe sleep overnight or go out, a cabin boat is what I have, that's what I purchased. But then there's speed boats, there's a banana boat, there's a cigar boat. There are a lot of boats out here. Some of the top boats are made by Cigar, some are made by Ferrari, and some are made by AMG.
What are some of the advantages of owning a boat?
Well, I think the advantage of actually having a boat is you work hard, you play hard. I think having a boat is something more relaxation. It's on a slower pace. You can go out and spend money and blow it. But with your boat, you can see where it's going to. You can go out, it's something you can relax, and something you can play around with.
He was great. He described a cabin boat to a cruise ship, and he gave us some details as a cruise director. Let's take a break. We're back, and we're going to talk to someone who will give us some details on a rescue boat. Where are we, and what's your name?
I'm Captain Scott Souders. We're here at the 2018 Chicago Boat Show. I'm standing in front of Czar Fermetti's RIB 13. RIB stands for Rigid Inflatable Boat. It's the combination of two different boats, a rigid boat, which you'd standardly see made out of aluminum or fiberglass, and more of like a raft with it as well. When we combine the two, what we get is a rigid hull. In this case, it has an aluminum bottom and an inflatable tube around the outside. This gives us load and carrying capacity, allowing us to carry gear and equipment as well as excessive stability. All that stability is really good in high seas and rough water. It's a very utilitarian boat, so it can be used in a lot of different ways. We often see it used by multiple government agencies. So here in Chicago, Chicago Police, Marine Fire, Towboat US, all of these rescue type companies use a rigid inflatable boat so that when the fiberglass boats start sinking, they're coming out in one of these. It's made out of a PVC composite material, similar to like what you would find on like a polyvinyl pipe, and it actually inflates. So rather than having an inner tube, it's broken up into chambers. So if there's ever a puncture to happen to one of them, it would still be able to float and get itself back to shore.
That looks like a sport boat, but it really can rescue you. Let's take a break. We are back. With me now are some houseboat owners. Where are we?
We're at the 2017 boat show in Chicago, the only place to be this time of season. We do have a boat, a 42-foot houseboat. We're looking to upgrade it, and we've gotten plenty different ideas. There's so many boats. If you are definitely a yachter, you would love to. This is the place to be for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Our houseboat, you know, is 42-foot overall. It's with a 14-foot beam. So it's 14 foot wide. It accommodates, you know, a fair amount of people. We get out and have fun, enjoy ourselves. You know, work hard, play hard, as they say, right? I would definitely, you know, consider finding a way to have the budget to owning a boat. You know, I think it's something you got to do at least once in your life. You can't just work all your life. You got to be able to enjoy it sometime. You know, it's a perfect opportunity to get kids, you know, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and also get a good way to be able to appreciate the city of Chicago.
Of course, I love boats. I think it's a great way to sight the city in any city, and I think that you're able to just share those moments with your loved ones, your friends, and really just explore what we have to offer in a bigger city.
Anything you like to say that I did not ask you?
We are having an amazing time, and I hope to see you again next year.
Yes. Everybody come out to the boat show.
That's all until next time.